What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Christian Hanna Horror here with the boys again, and we also got a promotional Child's Play 3 Chucky. He can have a seat. All right, so the long await. It's been a while, but we're finally here talking top 5 horror movies of the year again. I've been busy with the other series, but you know what? This is the one that probably most of you subbed to my channel for as of lately. So here we go. 1997. What was going on in 97? R. Kelly was still considered a decent human being.
I may or may not have graduated from high school.
Oh Lord, what about you?
Yeah, I can't even remember the late '90s. So
I was doing coloring books and watching Space Jam. Just really starting to transition with movies. Things are, you know, there's still practical effects in movies, but you know, CGI is coming. I think Dell was starting to be in everybody's houses, and E-machines or Windows.
The gateway boxes were everywhere. The horse or the cow. Yeah.
People are starting to freak out because the millennium's coming. The computers.
Y2K.
The computers were going to crash. Bret Hart, the Montreal Screwjob happened this year. So let's get top 5, 97. We'll go through our list. Kaylin's going to lead us off.
all right, my number 5 is a little animated movie from Japan called Perfect Blue.
And I have no idea what you're talking about.
A horror directed by Satoshi Kon. Deals with the blurring lines of reality and fantasy. And if you're into animated thrillers, this is one that you should definitely watch.
I'll go next. For me, coming at number 5, I can already see the tomatoes going at the screen, but I'm putting Scream 2 at number 5. Look, here's the thing, man. I'm not the biggest Scream fan in the world. I respect the franchise. I respect what Wes did. I respect everybody involved in the films, but they never grabbed me. And I can't really put it into words why, you know, and that's a lot of films. You know, a film will either grab me and I'll love it, and I can't even say why I love it, and sometimes it won't grab me, and I don't know. But you know what? Scream 2 I actually enjoy more than the first one. Jamie Kennedy should not have died in that movie. There's no way he would have, as being a horror fan, would have put his back up against that van. With that being said, the rest of the movie is actually kind of interesting. I kind of like the imagery with the play sequence in the theater and at the school. There's some good stuff in there.
Number 5 is An American Werewolf in Paris. This is one that not a lot of people talk about. I don't think people like it, but I really enjoyed it. I don't know if this is meant to be a sequel or if it's supposed to have anything to do with The American Werewolf in London. There are some things that are similar as far as the victims. The guys or the people that he kills come back as like these zombie type characters, but it's just a movie that I really enjoyed that I don't think people really talk about much at all.
All right, guys, my number 4 is going to be Spawn. Michael J. White.
That's a strange name.
Black Dynamite.
Yeah. So he plays the titular character, and then they got John Leguizamo. So that's my number 4, Spawn.
Spawn, and I'm sure that's going to be a fan favorite. My number 4, and I'm proud to put this on my list, I don't care what anybody says, is Alien Resurrection. I love Alien Resurrection. It's a hoot. It's fun. It's wild. I didn't watch this movie for the longest time because I just figured it couldn't be good. Then I watched Cinemassacre, and James Rolfe did an Alien review of the franchise, and he was like, "Look, man, it's Alien 4. It's a fun, goofy movie, kind of in the vein of Alien versus Predator, and just it's, you know, but you got Ripley, and you've got a good cast in the movie, and they're funny, and it's a. I would have liked to have seen it in theaters because I think it would have been a good theatrical movie to sit there and watch. And it's a popcorn movie.
My number 4 is I Know What You Did Last Summer. A lot of people talk about this movie, and sometimes people kind of compare it to Scream, but thinking about it for this, I realize it's not much like Scream at all if you think about it. Hardly any of the comedy is there that you see in Scream. It's more of a straight-up slasher movie. And I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was a good cast. It was a fun movie for the time.
All right, number 3 is going to be a weird one. It's a Charlie Band movie that came out in '97 called Hideous.
Another one I've never seen.
And it's really nothing more than Charlie Band's ability to just make cool box art that just immediately saw it and thought, oh, I got to see that, and it doesn't disappoint.
For me, number 3 is going to be... I feel like I'm just picking weird movies. I'm going with Anaconda, man. I think that is the funniest movie I've ever seen. I don't know. It's a CGI throw-up fest. It's a mess of CGI. But, Tommy, the reason it made my list is because as a young buck, I was scared poopless when I watched Anaconda. And truth be told, that is my phobia, is just snakes. I can deal with spiders better. I can deal with tarantulas. I say deal with them. I'm not Steve Irwin.
My number 3, first off, Anaconda, J-Lo is why I love that movie. But my number 3 is Wishmaster, a movie we just got finished watching, actually.
The Djinn.
It's just a fun movie. I don't really know how to describe why I enjoy it so much, but it's just a fun movie, a good horror movie that, even though it was in '97, it kind of made me think of something that would have come out before, between that '90 and '94 period. But it was just a great fun movie with an awesome cast.
Number 2 actually is the same movie, Wishmaster, for me. So kind of funny, we watched it earlier.
Yeah.
Great movie, great cast, very in the kind of CGI special effects of 1997. But overall, I think it does the job.
Well, you will all be incredibly surprised to know that my number 2 is Wishmaster.
Nice.
And the same thing you guys said, it's definitely got a special, I guess, connection, being a horror fan of the Nicoteros and the Kurtzmans and the Englands and you name it. You gotta appreciate it. You know, appreciation is the word to describe that movie, because it's like, it's like the Expendables of horror.
A while ago, I worked at a TV station, and a friend of mine, we would always talk about movies. By the way, shout out to Mario Juice Films. But he told me about this movie. He said, this movie kind of reminds me of Saw, and I wonder if they kind of got inspiration for Saw from this. And the movie's called Cube. It is a movie of these people awake or find out they are trapped in these rooms that seem to be almost exactly alike, and it's a cube of 26 rooms by 26 rooms, I believe. In each room, to escape, they have to get out of the rooms, whatever, but each room contains either traps or puzzles that they have to figure out in order to get to the next room. And I haven't seen it in a while, but ever since I saw it that first time, it really just blew my mind. And I kind of wondered if maybe they did kind of get some of the inspiration for Saw from that movie. But it's a really fun movie. They have, I think, 3 sequels. And just a really good movie that nobody talks about.
If this would have been a top 6 list, Cube would have made my list for sure.
With that being said, this is what you all came here for, the main event, the number 1 movie of 1997.
Okay, number 1's going to have to be I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. Number 1.
Yeah, just a great movie.
And Tommy really summed it up well. Hard-hitting cast. I mean, it feels like if they put these same actors together in any type of movie, it would have been a successful movie.
Yeah, and I'm gonna jump in with you, man. I went back and forth with Wishmaster, and I Know What You Did. Baldy Jack is gonna get mad at me because I know Baldy loves the Wishmaster. You know what though? Here's the thing, man. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I don't even really like comparing it to Scream. It's obvious the movie was made because of Scream, because Kevin Williamson, number 1, wrote the movie, and he wouldn't have had that opportunity had it not been for Scream. But here's the deal, man. And me and Tommy talked about this in our last video, but I cut it all out because I was ranting, but I'll leave it in this video, but I'll keep it short. The reason I like this movie much more than Scream is the fisherman, every time you see him on screen, he is a threat. You're not going to be able to be a girl and just throw a bottle at him and knock him down. The fisherman is a threat. He's scary. He's a force to be reckoned with. And while the movie is, kind of got that kind of goofy feel in terms of just some of the dialogue, honestly, though, it really doesn't. Now that I think about it.
It doesn't. Not compared to Scream, especially.
Not compared to Scream. It's got its few little moments. It's got a good cast. But, Ghostface is not a threat. I almost feel like I could beat him up. Like, if I'm in a room with him, granted, he's got the buck knife, but, I mean, all you got to do is trip him or throw something at him or put a T-shirt around a doorknob, for God's sakes. But the fisherman, you got to run,
Right.
And I just think it's a great horror movie, period. I don't even like to consider it a post-Scream movie.
My number 1 is obviously not I Know What You Did Last Summer, but it's a movie. I remember being in National Video, which was our local video store at the time, and looking at this movie, and somebody who worked there said, if you want to see that, you might want to rent it now because there's talk of pulling it from the shelves because somebody in the town had complained. And, of course, when I heard that, I had to see it, and that movie is Devil's Advocate with Keanu Reeves
and
Al Pacino. it reminds me of a 70s horror film where it's more, in a lot of ways, it's more psychological and you have the occult and satanic themes. But so really, really, Charlize Theron, which may have been one of the first things that I saw her in, I can't really remember, but just a great, great movie with just leaves you feeling like, ugh, which, I mean, you know, some horror movies should do that.
Before we end, though, I got to bring this up. Nobody put Event Horizon in their list.
It was close. I saw that one in theaters, and if it was a top 10, it would have been in there. Alien would have been in there.
I just think it's okay. Are y'all with me? I just think it's okay.
I saw it in theaters, and I do like it a lot. I don't give the praise that some people do or hate it as much as some people do, but I did enjoy it. It was, you know, kind of a weird psychological, you know, horror in space, but yeah.
Tommy, Kaylin, thank you guys for coming here
thanks for
again.
having us.
We've got some roundtables scheduled, and they're going to be good. We're going to do some really good movies. I asked you guys what you wanted us to do, and you responded, so get ready. We're going to have those coming soon. Until next time, this is Christian Hanna Horror saying smash that subscribe button. Hit that like button.
Ding that bell.
Ding the bell. Drop your comment below. And we'll see you next time. So type your list. Tell me what you guys like at 97. All right, y'all be good. See y'all later.
Cool.
There it is.